A strong arms trade treaty was always important to Iran, according to its chief negotiator at the arms trade treaty talks last month at the UN. But Iran's deputy ambassador to the UNG, Hossein Degani, says nations were presented with an unbalanced text full of flaws and loopholes and told by the president of the arms trade treaty conference to take it or leave it.
It needs to be negotiated in a transparent and open manner, in a participatory manner. Considering the views and concerns of all member states, because indeed it is under the UN umbrella. Unfortunately, as far as the consideration of this text was concerned, it was not the case. It didn't happen.
Late last week in the UN General Assembly, Iran, Syria, and North Korea voted against the draft, with Iran having already spoken out about a lack of language concerning weapons deals with non-state parties. But nations representing half of the world's populations abstained, wanting nothing to do with the treaty. States like China, Russia, and India expressed concerns about some of the exact same flaws as Iran. Degani called the treaty a political document disguised as an arms trade treaty.
This treaty is more like a political declaration than a treaty. So it has put everything under the discretion of exporters. When we are saying it is imbalanced, it means the rights and obligations of the states are not balanced.
He adds that elemental flaws remained in the draft, such as no language concerning right to self-determination or people who are under occupation, such as Palestinians. Degani is careful to point out, too, that the treaty draft was short on definitive language, especially for terms like aggression. Those omissions, he says, make for a flimsy agreement.
Because if you do not define the concepts in the treaty, it would be totally interpretable. And you have left everything in the hand of state parties. It makes the treaty very weak.
Another massive concern of the member states who voted no or abstained was the lack of language concerning weapons deals to non-states parties. Several Latin American countries abstained on that concern due to recent proxy wars in places like Nicaragua and El Salvador. Perhaps most outspoken on that point was Syria. Hank Flynn, Press TV, New York.